fine evening. Today we have Tyler interviewing Cameron Pfeiffer, a former slave, recently freed to live his life. We are talking to him today about his thoughts on the plan for Reconstruction and what he thinks they should do to improve the country. Here is Cameron and Tyler.
Good evening, everybody. Today we have a few questions for Cameron here, so let's get started. Cameron, how do you feel about these newly released black codes?
I think they're very unfair considering that they're still restricting our ability to be able to be completely free and to live our life as a normal citizen.
Yes, I understand why that could be frustrating. Now, how do you feel about education being available in the South now that blacks are allowed to attend these schools?
I think this is finally a very fair option for us. Recently freed slaves have been given an opportunity for a better life as a free citizen.
This is very true, and I agree as well. So, do you agree with these elevated taxes that are meant to rebuild the South?
I'm in the middle. I agree because it would help the South rebuild quickly with the help of the people's money. But I disagree because this affects the poor families that have trouble affording needs for their family, even before taxes. Although the Freedmen's Bureau is one of the many small organizations that help with keeping people from being homeless.
Now, with the recent assassination of Abraham Lincoln, what do you think will happen regarding Reconstruction in the South?
I think that new leaders will be able to step up and to help out with the South's Reconstruction effectively, but not all the way but not in the way that Abraham Lincoln did. He made a big impact on this country.
Okay, ladies and gents, that concludes this interview. Thank you, Cameron. Now we will take it back to Natalie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen who are still out of the economic rut and rich enough to own television. Welcome to tonight's nightly news. It's been 3 full years since the economic decline of the stock market within America, and tonight we have Tyler with an update on how things are going in the midst of New York. Tyler, how are things going over there?
Here we have Cameron, who has been recently let go from his job at the cotton factory down the street. Now, could you tell us how you've been handling the news, Cameron?
Recently, I've been able to cope with the loss of income through the use of money in my savings. But when that runs out, I'm not sure what I'm going to do to support my family.
How has your family dealt with the situation?
My son of 15 years was forced to move southwest in the hopes of finding a job. Although we are aware farms are not doing well, we are hoping the Dust Bowl issue won't catch up with him. We don't hear from him, but we are optimistic for the best for him as we cannot afford another mouth to feed while he is still here.
What are your plans to acquire money for your family in the future?
My wife stays home during the day to watch over the children and goes out at night to acquire money in other ways to pay with the monthly bills. Many women in the area have turned to the same situation, so it is not an easy business to continue.
Thank you, Cameron. Now we're going to take it back to Natalie.
Good evening and welcome to the nightly news. Tonight we have Tyler interviewing Cameron on somebody from New York who is struggling from poverty in today's 2000 era.
What is the average annual income of your family right now, Cameron?
Currently I have about $54,000 coming in annually, and it's very hard to support me and my family and give them the stuff they need and want.
Understandable. I understand how that must be hard, but what do you think should be done to help the less fortunate make more money?
Honestly, it's hard to tell what would be effective at this point. Past presidents and people in power have tried to solve this problem, and I think it's a difficult task. I'm working hard to support my family, and I'm putting in the time, but my job is in supplying as much money as I need for my family.
For African Americans, poverty rate is 22.1%, which is considered to be low, but not low enough. Do you think the poverty rate for African Americans will ever reach lower than 10%?
I don't believe so in my lifetime, but I do believe that if future generations, the government can think of a way to make more American people wealthy and be able to afford the basic necessities for life.